Leah. Thank you for joining me this evening. How are you today?
I'm so good. Thank you so much.
Excellent. I really appreciate your time. Quick question. What's the most interesting tattoo you've ever done?
The most interesting, I think, is probably going to be Shane's tattoo, and that is the Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
So that one, I was still pretty new when he came in or was talking to me about his ideas. I was actually doing some other tattoos on him, and then he was like throwing some other stuff in there.
Okay.
But it was going to be like a cover up in that mansion. It was like when I actually looked at the picture of it, it was like a lot of windows.
I didn't even know that was a cover up.
Yeah. There was Mighty Mouse underneath there.
Mighty Mouse, okay.
So Mighty Mouse is in the clouds somewhere way back in the background.
So you can't even see it anymore.
Yeah.
And you said it was a pretty large piece for you too, given the time you started it on.
Yeah. So it was a lot of different things. Like when he first told me the concept, my first thoughts were, "This is going to be interesting."
Okay.
So I was a little nervous about it. So it took me a little bit to get my head wrapped around it. But anyway, it was a lot of detail, a cover up, plus it was a large tattoo. So, but I think it turned out really good. I'm happy with the result.
Is this one that's still in progress, or is this piece finished?
We're actually finished with that part, but we're adding more to it. So
okay. Yeah. Is this something we can look into your Instagram and kind of take a peek at?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. That would be a lot of fun to see this Luigi's, is it castle or?
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. And I always love cover-ups because I always try to find the original tattoo, and I never have a good time. I never successfully find it. But yeah, so we're quite familiar with Shane, and didn't you start tattooing like his family members and things like that too?
Yeah, his girlfriend Nicole, or his partner. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
They're awesome people. I love them.
That's amazing. So you really like stepped up and was like, I'm here for the challenge. And it sounds like you and Shane and his family have developed quite a relationship since then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me. That is a very sweet story.
Thank you.
Hello, Rob. I have a quick question for you, real quick. Tell me, what is the most interesting tattoo you've ever done?
Most interesting tattoo is actually probably the story itself behind it. So I'm a pretty avid snowboarder, and I was riding a lift a number of years back before I started tattooing, and I was having a conversation with a gentleman from the Park City area, and he was telling me about this tattoo he wanted, and all about how he's an avid fly fisherman, and so am I, and how he wanted this big fly, and he had a certain name for it, and it was right here. I said that was really cool. So as the years pass, this is just a stranger, as the years pass, I decided to take my art into tattooing. And one day, this gentleman walks in the shop, and he asks for a tattoo, and I draw it up, I book an appointment. We start doing the tattoo, and he starts telling me how ever since a few years ago snowboarding, he wanted to get this tattoo. So I had the thought for a minute. I thought, no, that couldn't be right. But after a while, it turned out that was that very gentleman that he was, I was the very gentleman he was telling the story to. So pretty cool coincidence. We are both avid snowboarders, avid fishermen, and I ended up getting to do the tattoo for him. So pretty cool.
Did you recognize him? He recognized you? Or after talking the story, you're like, I remember a story like this?
He didn't look at all the same. That's what was kind of funny. His hair was much, much longer. So it took me some prodding and digging out, and then it was almost like I could see it click in his eyes as soon as I started asking some questions, because I knew so much about it, and he's like, wait a minute, you're that guy. Yep.
That's a lot of fun. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Thanks for the story. Pineapple. How are you, Pineapple?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm excellent. I have a question for you. What's the most interesting tattoo you've ever done?
Oh gosh, there's a lot. A lot of interesting tattoos I've done.
been tattooing quite some time. Is there any story that comes to mind?
Well, one in particular, a butterfly.
A butterfly. How sweet.
Right.
It's a classic tattoo.
Classic, yes. Interesting, even better.
Oh, okay. What makes it interesting?
So this guy comes in and starts talking to me about he wants this butterfly, and I start getting all the details about what he wants in the butterfly and all this, and colors, and then I start asking him placement. He tells me, he's like, okay, well, he's like, placement's gonna be in front but below the waist.
Oh no.
I'm like, wow, okay. I'm like, so I look at him and I'm like, hey, well, why do you want a butterfly near your junk? And he's like, oh my gosh, no, man, this isn't for me. This tattoo isn't for me. It's for my girlfriend.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I go, but the last 20 minutes you've been talking to me about this tattoo, not one time did you mention your girlfriend. So I didn't, he's like, why would you think I want a butterfly near my junk? And I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You're asking for a butterfly near your junk. And he's like, no, it's for my girlfriend. So
he didn't end up getting the butterfly?
No, it was for his girlfriend.
Did she end up getting the
Yes,
butterfly?
she ended up getting the butterfly.
Did.
Yes.
Was it like a sweet little kind of thing?
No, it was a big, massive butterfly.
Excellent. And how did it turn out?
It was interesting. My most interesting, odd, weird, takes the cake out of any tattoo I've ever done.
So have you done any butterflies like this since that?
No, I sure haven't. This is why this is the most interesting tattoo I've done.
I can see why that one comes to mind. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you, Pineapple.
Thanks.